This is the video for Unit 7, Day 9, and today we're going to be dividing fractions using reciprocals. And if you remember reciprocals from the speed review, if I have a fraction that's a over b, the reciprocal of that fraction is just switching the numerator and the denominator. So it would be b over a. And you'll see how this is useful because we can use it when we're dividing fractions. And so let's look right here. Dividing a number by a fraction is the same as multiplying the number by the reciprocal, so we'll write in reciprocal right here, of the fraction. So dividing a number by a fraction is the same as multiplying the number by the reciprocal of the fraction. So for example, if I was doing 8 divided by 9, or 8/9 divided by 2/5, this is the same thing as 8/9 times the reciprocal of 2/5, which is I just switch the numerator and the denominator. So 8/9 times 5 over 2. So this is equal to this. It might seem a little bit confusing at first, but once we go through a problem, you'll see what I mean. Okay. So for each of these division problems on this page, we're going to first draw a diagram to solve it, like we've been doing in earlier this week. And then we're also going to multiply by the reciprocal and see if we get the same answer. So first we're doing 12/5 divided by 3/5. So we'll draw a diagram. So 12/5, let's draw that out here. We can draw out a nice long rectangle. And we know we're going to have 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5, that's one whole, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, that's 2 wholes. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10/5. And then 1, 2, 3, I'll extend this out a little bit so I can get the full 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that would be 3 holes. And of all of these fifths, we start with 12/5, so I'll shade in 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that's our 12/5 right there, which as you can see is the same thing as 2 and 2/5. And we're dividing it by 3/5. So we want to see how many sections of 3/5 we can make in all of this. So 1, 2, 3, here's 3/5. There's our first section. 1, 2, 3, here's another 3/5. That's the second section of 3/5 that we can make. 1, 2, 3, another section of 3/5, and 1, 2, 3/5 again here. So we can make 4 full sections of 3/5. So what this means is 12/5 divided by 3/5. All right, I hope Giovanni went to the office. 12/5 divided by 3/5, that equals 4. Now let's try the second method of multiplying by the reciprocal. So we'll start with 12/5. And then instead of dividing, we're going to multiply. And 3/5, the reciprocal, we just switch the numerator and the denominator. Right, so 3/5 becomes 5 over 3. And then we can multiply across. we can do 12 times 5 to get the numerator here, and then 5 times 3 to get the denominator there. Now, anytime you're multiplying fractions, a shortcut that you can use is to cross-cancel. Right? You look at the numbers diagonally across, and if they're the same, right, 5 and 5, this is the same, I can cancel these out and turn it into a 1. And now this makes it a little bit easier. 12 times 1 are my two numerators. 12 times 1 is 12. 1 times 3 is 3. So now I have 12 over 3, and I can convert this improper fraction into a mixed number. And I think to myself, how many times can 3 go into 12? In this case, it's 4 with no remainder. So 4 is my final answer. So I had 12 fifths, multiplied it by the reciprocal of 3 fifths, right? 3 fifths from here became 5 thirds because we switched the numerator and the denominator, multiplied across. That gave us 12 thirds, simplify that, and we got 4. We also did it by drawing a diagram. We got 4 here. I usually save this for the beginning, but I forgot. Today's video is dedicated to Natalie Robles in 6B. Welcome back, Natalie. Glad to have you back in class. All right, so now that you're finished, what you're going to do is you're going to finish the rest of this page here. So you're going to finish number 1 to practice what we just learned. And if you finish page 4, you can continue on and work on page 5. Good luck.